All right, there you go. That's the finished product. We tried to get the pods right to left with the same gap between the inset of the pod and the recess and the top of the nerf. Everything looks pretty hunky-dory. The nerfs front to back were relatively level or parallel, perpendicular with the chassis itself. So I mean, this one here has got a little shake to it. This one, I think, not so much. Yeah, this one here is pretty tight, but I mean, they're on there, folks. They are on there, and they're looking good. Looking good. We're sticking out a little bit past this wheel. Yeah, this one here too. It can't be just because of an 1/8 inch of T6 aluminum, but yeah, well, I think we're at the maximum right now, but it really doesn't much matter, man. We can squeak them out because we don't follow no rules, man. We're track day guys, right? So whatever it takes, we'll run it that way. I don't care. No big deal. Rather, that way, instead of wheels sticking out and catching something it's not supposed to as you're going by, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, Sean and Frank being here today told me they had this same setup and they had the same problem where the lever was hitting the battery compartment of the gauge. Said they cut this handle off and reworked it. Frank also told me he bought an angled, I think a wild cart steering wheel hub, and the clutch lever was actually in this position instead of in this position. And to tell you the truth, I prefer it over here anyway, to be honest. I don't like this up and over. You really have to like almost sit up to reach to get to it. I would rather have it on the side anyway. So if there's any way for me to get a hold of one of those or to find one, I'll start looking right away. Because I just don't like that setup anyway. Gauge problem, the clearance problem or not, I just wasn't crazy about that anyway. So there you go. Pods are on. Super happy now. We're starting to look like a real go-kart now. As you see, all of our gaps are good. Everything's sitting where it's supposed to. Love it, love it, love it. Digging it. This side here too looks good. Ben, what do you think? We can have any problem with it touching there? Cool. So, man, we had it roasting up in here. It's, well, just under 70 now. I shut the heat off a little while ago. Man, with the winter hat on, I was getting a little roasty. But, with little space heater going, that's that K1 kerosene, the clean kerosene deal. I bought that for the old garage over there in Roseville, and it worked pretty good over there once we put the plastic up, We also got that 220 infrared over there. Figure maybe I'll try plugging that in, the outlets right here. Maybe I'll try plugging that one in next time. Just try to get some use out of this stuff, While it's super sub-zero, so we don't have to run the guts out of the furnace. It's set at 55, so our water and stuff doesn't freeze. It's working overtime anyway, I mean, even though everything's insulated, it still runs just like almost like a house furnace does. So, yeah, there you go. January 19 in the can. Part 2 for the day. Pods are on, man. It's coming together. I love it. Love it, love it. We got to get us some spacer material for this nose to get the nose on, so get the fairing mounted up and stuff and start really making some progress. That way, we get to the end of the line with this thing. We get it hung up on our new vertical stand we're making and get it out of the way. We can finally, hopefully by the end of this month, February, I can get the work done in the back room here. Get a lot of this stuff, you know what I mean? Cabinets on the walls and stuff, man. A whole bunch of stuff up off the floor, out of the way. And I can start making this El Permanente. We got just a bunch of crap packed over there, and I don't want the nuts and bolts sitting there and taking up all that bench space. And so we need to get our plan engaged, and up and running over the winter before spring gets here, and we got nothing to do but cut grass our whole day. We got to beat the clock, so to speak. Hang in there. What do you think, y'all? That's looking pretty good. Still haven't heard back from the motorcycle graphics place about my blue and my fluorescent orange. If I can get the Yamaha blue and some fluorescent orange. I'll clean that stuff up as best I can because I think it looks cool. And I'll doctor up the nose and the fairing with my own kind of little design, you know, whatever. And we'll go with that. And we'll save that dark blue stuff for the Larry car. Now, what do you think? It's coming around. We're digging it. Hang in there, y'all. We're praying for you. It'll get better. You know why.